Have you ever wondered what the worst cities in Australia are? You might picture sunny beaches, laid-back lifestyles and pristine landscapes, but not every city down under is living up to that idyllic reputation. In fact, some cities are facing serious challenges that make you question whether it's really worth your time to visit or live there. So today we're going to dive into the 10 worst cities in Australia. At first glance, they may seem like great places to live, but dig a little deeper and you'll see that they've got some serious issues. Whether it's a crime problem, a lack of jobs, or just plain bad weather, you might want to think twice before booking your next trip to these Aussie spots. Stick with me because some of these cities may completely shock you. Let's get started. Number 10. Adelaide. Adelaide often gets overlooked in favor of Sydney and Melbourne, but it definitely deserves a spot on this list. While the city is known for its festivals and culture, there are some darker aspects that might make you think twice about calling it home. Adelaide has one of the highest crime rates in Australia, with car thefts and burglaries being particularly common. The city's economy also isn't as strong as its more famous counterparts, which can make finding good job opportunities a challenge. The weather is another downside. It can get unbearably hot in the summer, and if you're not a fan of dry, scorching heat, this might not be the best place for you. But Adelaide is also famous for its wine regions and arts scene, so it's not all bad. Could you live in a city that's struggling with crime and a lack of economic growth? Or is the charm of the festivals enough to make up for it? Let me know what you think in the comments. Number 9. Cairns. Cairns might seem like the perfect tropical paradise, but it's not as ideal as it might appear. It's a major gateway to the Great Barrier Reef, attracting tourists from all over the world, but living there is a different story. The city has an extremely high cost of living compared to other areas in Australia, and job opportunities can be scarce, especially if you're not working in tourism. What makes it even worse is the city's limited public transport system and the overall lack of infrastructure. The locals often complain about the poor services, and while the beaches are beautiful, they're not enough to overcome the many logistical challenges. Plus, Cairns is prone to tropical cyclones, which makes the weather a bit too unpredictable. Can you imagine trying to make a life in a city that's built for tourists, but isn't easy to live in long term? Let me know your thoughts below. Number 8. Hobart. Hobart, the capital of Tasmania, is often seen as a hidden gem, but there's more to the city than meets the eye. While it's home to some beautiful landscapes and a thriving arts scene, Hobart is actually one of the most expensive cities to live in, especially when you consider its size. Property prices are honestly through the roof, and wages are significantly lower than in larger cities like Sydney or Melbourne. The weather doesn't do Hobart any favors either. It's known for its cold, wet winters, which, can get a bit depressing after a while. Plus, while the city's population is growing, it still lacks the vibrancy of other major cities, with limited entertainment and nightlife options. So, while Hobart might be great for a weekend getaway, living there might leave you wanting more. Could you live with the high costs and harsh weather for the beauty of Tasmania? Let me know in the comments. Number 7. Perth. Perth might be one of the most isolated major cities in the world, and honestly, that isolation comes with a set of problems. It's incredibly far from any other major city, which makes travel more expensive and, pretty inconvenient. While Perth does have a thriving economy thanks to its mining industry, it also faces high unemployment rates and limited job opportunities in other sectors. The city is also notoriously spread out, with poor public transport options and traffic that can make commuting a nightmare. Plus, Perth's weather is another hurdle. It's extremely hot and dry, and the city doesn't really offer the beach lifestyle that some people expect from an Australian city. Are you okay with the isolation and limited job prospects, or would you find it too much to handle? Share your thoughts below. Number 6. Darwin. Darwin might seem like an exciting, adventurous place to live, but the reality is, far from perfect. While it's known for its laid-back lifestyle and proximity to stunning national parks, Darwin is also infamous for its high crime rates, particularly related to drugs and theft. It's also one of the most expensive places to live in Australia, with high rent prices and limited housing options. Let's not forget the weather. Darwin experiences extreme heat and humidity for most of the year, and the city is prone to cyclones. On top of all that, the city lacks a solid infrastructure, with roads that are often in poor condition and public services that can be hit or miss. While it has a lot of natural beauty, living in Darwin comes with its fair share of frustrations. Could you handle the heat, crime, and costs of Darwin, or would you rather avoid it? Let me know your thoughts. Number 5. Sydney. Yes, you read that right. Sydney, Australia's most famous city, is not without its problems. While Sydney is known for its iconic landmarks, stunning beaches, and vibrant cultural scene, it's also incredibly expensive, with some of the highest rent prices in the country. The cost of living here is a major hurdle for many, and honestly, it's not uncommon for locals to struggle with finding affordable housing. On top of that, Sydney suffers from severe traffic congestion, and the public transportation system, while improving, still leaves much to be desired. Despite its popularity, Sydney isn't always the dream city people think it is. Between the high costs and constant hustle, is Sydney really worth it for you? Let me know in the comments below. Number 4. Melbourne. Melbourne is another major city that might surprise you. It's often referred to as Australia's cultural capital, but it comes with a hefty price tag. The city has skyrocketing rent prices, especially in the inner suburbs, and the cost of living continues to climb. While Melbourne is known for its art scene, food, and coffee culture, many locals feel that the city is overcrowded, and the public transport system is often inefficient. Moreover, the weather in Melbourne is incredibly unpredictable. One minute it's sunny and the next, a storm hits. While it's a city full of opportunities, the high cost of living, bad weather, and overcrowding might make you think twice about moving here. Could you cope with all the unpredictability, or would you get frustrated with Melbourne's challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments. Number 3. Brisbane. Brisbane might seem like a dream for those who love warm weather and outdoor activities, but when you dig deeper, this city has its own set of issues. While it offers beautiful parks, river views, and a laid-back atmosphere, it also suffers from major traffic problems. The public transport system leaves much to be desired, and getting around during rush hour can feel like a nightmare. Additionally, Brisbane's housing market is on the expensive side, with property prices rising steadily, making it harder for average Australians to afford. On top of that, the city can get unbearably hot and humid in the summer, with little to no relief. If you're someone who enjoys a more temperate climate, Brisbane's heat could become overwhelming. Could you live with constant traffic and oppressive weather, or would you find yourself looking for an escape? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Number 2. Alice Springs. Alice Springs, nestled right in the heart of the Australian outback, is renowned for its rugged beauty and its proximity to some of the country's most iconic natural landmarks, like Uluru. But while it might sound like the perfect place for an adventure, it does come with some serious challenges. Alice Springs grapples with a high crime rate, especially when it comes to theft and violence, which leaves many locals feeling a bit unsafe. The town also faces hurdles with limited access to healthcare, education, and employment opportunities, making it a challenging place to live for families and young professionals. The climate isn't exactly inviting either, with extreme temperatures in both summer and winter. And while the natural surroundings are truly breathtaking, the isolation of Alice Springs can be a major downside for those who thrive in more connected, bustling cities. Could you embrace the beauty of the outback despite all the difficulties, or would you find it too much to bear? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Number 1. Canberra. Canberra, Australia's capital, often finds itself overshadowed by the more glamorous Sydney and Melbourne, and for good reason. While it might be home to the nation's government, the city itself has a reputation for being extremely boring and lacking in culture and excitement. Sure, you'll find all the political buildings and museums you could ever want, but when it comes to nightlife and general entertainment, Canberra really comes up short. The city is also known for its cold winters and high cost of living, with rent prices that rank among the highest in the country. Despite being a political powerhouse, the job market in Canberra can be limited, especially if you're not in the public sector. Its small size and lack of diversity in activities make it a tough sell for anyone seeking a vibrant, dynamic lifestyle. Would you really want to live in a city with so little to offer outside of work? Or would you rather explore somewhere else in Australia? Let me know what you think in the comments. And there you have it, the 10 worst cities in Australia. From expensive living costs and traffic nightmares to isolation and lack of opportunities, these cities certainly have their challenges. But every place has its charm, right? Maybe some of these issues wouldn't bother you as much as they do others. Which city surprised you the most on this list? Was it the political heart of Canberra, or perhaps the heat and humidity of Brisbane? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. We've got more exciting content coming your way, so don't miss out on what's coming next. Stay tuned for future videos where we'll explore even more unexpected and controversial cities. See you soon.